Hey everyone, Jessica Coulter here, and today we're going to be talking about 3 tips to prepare your child for middle school. And these are going to work no matter if your child is going to a physical school this year, brick and mortar, or online. So if you have a child going into middle school and you're wondering how to prepare him or her, or maybe your child's really wondering what he or she needs to do to prepare for middle school, let me know this video is relevant to you. Just click that like or heart button for you, or for me. And before we really get going, just want to introduce myself in case we've never had a chance to meet. Again, my name is Jessica Coulter, and I am the CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. So I work with students on the ACT. I help them improve their scores, especially in the reading and English sections. And I also love to proofread papers. And finally, I specialize in middle school math. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but I can definitely help your child if you're interested. But any which way, just want to give you these tips. So those 3 tips about preparing for middle school. And the first is to get to know the physical layout of the school, or to learn kind of the layout again of the virtual platform. So either way, super important. Now if your child is moving districts, or maybe he or she was sick on the day that the kiddos went to the new middle school to find out where everything is, you're going to want to schedule a tour. Now, I know with COVID that a lot of kids probably didn't get to go look at the middle school, so if we're to that point wherever you are in the world that your child's getting ready to get to actually go back to real school, in-person school, this is going to be super important, going on a tour to find where all your kids' classes are going to be, the lunchroom, lockers, all of that good stuff. If your child's going to do virtual school this year, for first semester, maybe for the whole year, depending on exactly, what the COVID situation is, your personal decision, all that good stuff, then know that they need a chance to play around on the virtual platform. I mean, they're going from elementary to middle school, so there's going to be a lot of changes, and one of those might be going from, not a lot of computer classwork to a whole bunch. And Schoology, Google Classroom, all those platforms are very different, so your child's going to need a chance to learn what to click when and how to find this or submit this. So no matter virtual school, brick and mortar school, your child needs to know what is where, and that might mean a tour of a building, or it might mean a chance to click around in different online, again, platforms. So I'm hoping, you're getting something out of this. And if you're looking for more educational resources, more checklists, kind of some tutorials, free resources, join my Facebook group. It's called Students Aiming for A's, and the link is in the description. So I would love to see you there and help you and your children out as much as possible, because I do work with students in middle school and beyond. So, not necessarily the younger little ones, but definitely, mom and dad, if you're going back to college, I can help you too. So here is another tip for you about middle school, and that is to help your child maintain friendships. So middle school can be really awkward, really uncomfortable, no matter if we're in person or online, and that is because everything else is new and different and maybe even uncomfortable, because, whether you want to acknowledge it, mom or dad, if this is your oldest going into middle school, puberty is going to happen, and that means that, not only is the surrounding of the school for your child different, your child's body is also going to be different, which can, have all sorts of fun or not so fun effects. So friends are super important for your children. It's going to help with his or her mental health, and friends are also going to help your middle schooler just, retain a little sanity, whether it's having a friend to sit with at lunch or someone to talk some classwork with. So either way, that's your second tip for preparing for middle school. Help your child maintain friendships. So let me know what you think, if you're enjoying the video, if you're learning something, tap that like or heart button for me, or drop a GIF below in the comments just to let me know you're listening, and I appreciate you being here. So I do have one last tip for you about middle school, and that is to prepare your child for the new routines. So like we said, the surroundings are going to be new, your child's body is going to be different, and then there's going to be a bunch of new routines. So one of those new routines is going to be different teachers for every class. Middle school is usually the first time a child goes through this, so that might be a bit of a shocker, as well as a level of homework. So, middle school is all about preparing for high school, So as soon as you get to 8th grade, or whatever your middle school, junior high top level is, your child's going to be a little surprised. They might need some help keeping on task and knowing what to do when. And there's this whole idea of a locker as well. That's another new routine, knowing when to go and why you should, and that just kind of depends on your school. Some schools are very much, you have to use your locker. Other schools are like, yeah, they're there, but it doesn't matter. So help your child learn that ahead of time and figure out, again, the locker situation. Finally, and this is a personal pet peeve of mine when I substitute, but that is know the cell phone policy. If your child's going to brick and mortar school, it's going to be up to the school. Some of them are going to say children can have their phones as long as they stay in their pockets off all day. Other ones, they have to stay in the lockers. And then some schools go so far as, I see it out in class, it's gone for the day. So just help your child prepare for that. If your kiddo's going to virtual school, then I think it's safe to say the expectation is whenever a Zoom lesson or some kind of online live lesson is happening, that the phones need to be put away. I think that's pretty safe to say. So that's everything I've got for you, those 3 tips. So if you want any more help with preparing for school, go to the link in the description for my Facebook group, Students Aiming for A's, and click on that link, join the group, so you can get all of those free educational resources, checklists, step-by-step tutorials, all of that good stuff that would help your child and you, mom and dad if you're in school, get A's in your classes. So I want to help you be as successful as possible. And if you have a child also going into high school, be sure to tune in tomorrow, because I'll be giving some tips about preparing for high school. So would love to see you in the group. Would love to find out what your current kind of pain points are, what you're struggling with. I do plan on talking about homeschooling in the near future. So join the group, follow my page, and keep up to date with Ace Cookie Tutoring. So thanks so much. We'll see you in the next video.